This is spEarz to the streets. 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 This is spEarz to the streets. spEarz to the streets. spEarz to the streets. This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street.
It feels good to know that Kalani Jordan is going to walk in and out of a match with gold around her waist. I could have swore Jordan was not going to be defending the Knockouts title until Gold Rush, but a night before Turning Point, Jordan went head-to-head against Heather by Elegance. I don't know how anyone in the Elegance brand can hold a title other than simply the white supremacy that pro wrestling has been built upon. Heather was unimpressive, grounding Kalani with various knees to the back and straightjacket holds. The champion could truly only sell this so much, when really the only convincing bump Jordan took throughout the night was when M by Elegance interfered and banged Kalani's head off the steel steps, which of course the ref didn't see because Heather was outside the ring, faking a leg injury. If only all of Elegance could follow their leader out on sick leave. Jordan practically chased Heather to an ambulance at one point in the match, dominance I honestly never thought I would see from the champ. Her comeback combo rally was something to see too, though before that cartwheel into the back elbow, Jordan strangely needed extra leverage, touching the ground in between running lariats. The early strike exchange was interesting. Excellent fan service as Heather held Jordan's leg, forcing the champ to hop on one leg. But once Jordan was free, those kicks landed way harder than any of those shots to the back Heather put on later through the bout. The early dropkick and later superkick were put down heavy from the champ, and whenever Heather scouted Jordan's split-legged attacks, Jordan was quick to counter, at one point with a back heel and later towards the end with what looked like a pile driver that was stopped by a tornado DDT from Heather. Despite this, Jordan came back around shortly with her split-leg moonsault to retain her title for another night. The faceplant powerbomb in the middle of the match was something too. Jordan was Irish whipping from the floor in Raiders silver and black, but to get away from a position of devil's advocate, the champ did not need to be on the floor in the first place. There was an instance when Jordan was dragging Heather to one of the turnbuckles to let off some strikes, and I wondered why the champ was not leaving Heather with rope burn. Ultimately, that left me with the supposition that the announce table was right. Despite how unimpressive Heather was, Heather still controlled the match and essentially gave the champ a rub. This does happen in pro wrestling more times than not, but it could have been less obvious. The botch finish that needed to be reworked for that moonsault because Heather's legs were up helped to make Heather look less credible. But even with no love for Elegance, it was easy to see which corner had a veteran in this title match. Sure, it does feel good that Jordan is a shoo-in, but with her next opponent being M by Elegance, will TNA allow Jordan to use her only singles title in the Knockouts division as a stepping stone for NXT clout? It appears so. And I couldn't be happier. With the ex-NXT faces, Brookside, Sade, and Ying Lee, hanging around backstage during this match, it's more probable that a TNA face dethrones heel Jordan before anyone else, and that could be way past Gold Rush, which will mean Jordan will still be holding gold into early 2026 at the least, which sounds good to me, but this is the third title defense out of 3 where the champion has not been dominant in a winning effort, which is worrisome. But she got Heather running scared. In time, Jordan has the potential to have that effect on the entire women's locker room for 2 of pro wrestling's biggest brands. It's time to see if she will continue to rise to the occasion and prove herself deserving of the immortal push that is now being implemented on this title run of hers.
This is spEarz to the streets. 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 This is to the streets. To the streets. To the streets. spEarz to the. This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street.